This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hello, I'm Danielle Lerner with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. 7 protesters arrested following a Black Lives Matter rally Saturday night in Phoenix. Both police and activists say the march was peaceful, but their accounts of the arrests differ. Phoenix police say some protesters continued to march after the event was over. Police say several protesters were blocking roadways and received verbal warnings, but those commands were ignored, resulting in the arrest of 7 people, and some are now facing additional charges. At a rally Sunday outside the 4th Avenue jail, fellow activists and an attorney for one of the men arrested said that certain leaders in the movement were targeted and that their charges were made up. We are still working to learn more about an MCSO deputy booked on 2 counts of unlawful sexual conduct. Gary Kaplan has been placed on administrative leave pending an internal investigation. Sheriff Paul Penzone releasing a statement regarding Kaplan's arrest, saying, quote, MCSO will continue to hold our employees accountable for behaviors that are in conflict with our values. We owe it to the community to be transparent and accountable. The Mojave County Sheriff's Office arresting a Golden Valley man who's accused of shooting and killing his roommate. 64-year-old Roy Dean Medlin allegedly told police he got into a physical fight with his roommate and then shot him. Police say that man, 49-year-old David Scott Hendricks, was dead when they got there. Medlin's been booked for second-degree murder, but the investigation is ongoing. Well, the Loop 202 has now reopened after this fiery crash that shut down the eastbound lanes at Gilbert Road. Troopers say that car there caught fire after crashing into a concrete barrier. The driver did go to the hospital with serious injuries. Tonight, we are working to get an update on their condition. Meantime, deputies do continue to investigate exactly what caused this crash. And Tempe police, they're looking for a driver involved in a hit and run from Saturday night. That incident happening near McClintock and Hermosa. Police say the vehicle involved veered into the bike lane, hitting a 59-year-old cyclist. He did go to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The vehicle involved is described as a black passenger car with a missing mirror. Checking the latest coronavirus numbers for you now. The state health department reporting 335 new cases Sunday, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to more than 220,000. Meantime, the state reporting 1 more death from the virus, bringing the total number of lives lost to more than 5,700. Well, as more than a dozen school districts in Maricopa County prepare to welcome more students and teachers back to campus in the next 2 weeks, the Osborne School District in Phoenix now saying only preschoolers will return to class after fall break. In a recent video message, the district superintendent says all 3 of the county's benchmarks for schools must be in green for 2 weeks before they can resume in-person learning. Right now, the number of cases per 100,000 people is still in the yellow. If the district doesn't hit that milestone by October 15th, students will remain online through the rest of 2020.
We could possibly be looked upon as opening too late. Kids have lost so much learning. We've lost the opportunity to provide for our families by not working. Or we could open too early. People getting sick or dying around us and within our schools. If there's anything I'd rather be judged on, it's for being too safe rather than too lenient.
And this decision comes after the Phoenix Union High School District recently announced it would be delaying in-person learning until at least January of 2021.
With your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. We hit 105 this afternoon, which is not only a record high, but it's also the 101st time this year that we've had 105 degrees for a daytime high, the most of any year on record here in the valley. And the heat will continue for the next several days as that ridge of high pressure remains on top of Arizona, but it will begin to slide to the east later this week, allowing for eventually cooler temperatures to return by the latter part of this work week and into next weekend. Tonight, lows generally in the 30s and 40s up in the high country and along the rim, with 60s and 70s across the lower deserts, with highs on Monday still well above average in many locations. 104 in Phoenix, 103 in Quartzsite, 105 in Yuma, and 80 up in Flagstaff. So here's that 7-day forecast. 2 more days of potentially record-setting temperatures through Tuesday, and then we notice those temperatures drop gradually beginning later this week, with highs in the 90s beginning on Friday, and that weekend forecast looking even better with highs in the lower 90s still.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to ABC15.com or download the free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.